Hey there, this is Christine Landl, and I am with my sister, my best friend, my business partner, Jennifer Ream, and we are so excited to be here on yet again another platform that we are creating and another chapter, another piece to our journey.
The Vibe Well Podcast. This is Jennifer Ream. So excited to be here with you guys. Our intention for this podcast is all about sharing our love for all things wellness, holistic wellness that is. And we are here to uplift, plant some seeds, and support you on your wellness journey. We've always loved being able to be out there with our community, sharing all the things that we learn. And as we grow and learn new things, we love to put them out there, and maybe they'll plant some seeds for you and help you along your journey. So here we are. Let's get started.
Hey, welcome back. Happy February. So happy to be here, of course, as we love to chat about all things wellness. And today we're talking about juice, and that's cold pressed organic juice, which is our jam and something that we have been making in our own kitchens for many, many years. And that's how we started down the road of Vibe Well. And it was kind of like, we wanted the convenience of having somewhere to go and get it and not have to drive 45 minutes away to go get a juice if we wanted to, a freshly made juice. And sometimes you do need something that's healthy and convenient and quick and made with love, of course. And so Vibe Well, that was one of the reasons why it came to be. And so juice has been in our world for a long time. Not only do we experience the healing powers of it, but we see it on a regular basis, and we see it with people who do cleanses. We see it with people who change their lifestyle and start incorporating organic cold pressed juice into their life and into their diet. And
especially our subscription customers who have, created like a lifestyle around it.
Yep.
And usually it starts with some kind of need for healing in the body. And they have something going on. A lot of times it's digestive or whatever. To hear their stories, and it's super powerful. And of course, we experience it personally. But to hear the stories, and especially I'm thinking of a couple of people in particular, but one a lot of times like just with allergies, like food allergies and seasonal allergies, seeing the difference with that. Digestive issues. And so anyway, this topic is really important to us because of I would say, lack of knowledge around cold pressed juice, and the so many other options that people see on the shelf when they go into the grocery store, and not understanding the difference between what we serve. And people who drink our juice regularly and know about organic cold pressed juice, they understand. But in general, the population does not connect the dots or even probably think about it. They just see certain brands out there on the shelf, Suja or something like that, and think, oh yeah, it's the same thing. And it's not.
Yeah. And it's been interesting to watch over the years where you really couldn't get a cold pressed juice unless there was a juice bar, which there were very few of them.
Mom and pop.
Very few. And so then you learn to make them in your own kitchen, and it's so much work, so much produce, so much work. And it's been fun to watch. So then the big box stores picked it all up because they saw like, oh, there's money there. There's an industry there. And
a trend.
Trend. And so but now I think on the back end of things, it's changing again. And it is going back to people realize that there's more to it than just selling a product that is supposedly healthy versus the why behind it and the nutrition involved, the sourcing of the ingredients and the freshness of the product. And so all of those things are so incredibly important for healing, for prevention, for the vitamins and the nutrients. And there's a lot of people who will dog the juice industry because juice is just sugar and there's no fiber in it. And so it spikes your blood sugar. And some of those things, yes, are true. but not when you are mindful about your creation in your juice and how you're drinking it and what you're drinking and when and why and all of that. And so it's, all of those things are really important. There's a lot of juices, and they claim to be organic juices, cold pressed, that have concentrate in them and have added sugars and have water. Like we never have ever put water in our juices and never would. So there's a big difference between these small mom and pop or sister and sister stores and then the Target and the Whole Foods and the ones that have a 45-day shelf life.
Yes. And so we thought, what a perfect time to come on, and we talk about it in Vibe Well, and we talk about it with customers in our community and things like that. But it's important to start to have this conversation more often so that people can make the best choices for their health. Because if you're going to spend that investment in buying a juice, like obviously our produce and everything, the price of everything has gone up so astronomically. If you're going to invest in getting something that you think is doing a healthy service to your body, we want you to be getting the one that's doing a healthy service to your body, not wasting your money on something that's not serving you in the best way it possibly could. So, so there's, I think, a big difference to talk about is HPP. So HPP is a way of processing the juice.
High pressure pasteurization.
Yes, thank you. High pressure pasteurization. It's always like a little bit of a tongue twister. And what they do with that is they come to find out it does get a little bit heated, but our purpose of our cold pressing is so that the juice does not get heated. So we use a machine specifically so that it does not heat up our juice and kill any of the great vitamins and minerals and all of the things that are in that live produce that we want in our body. And so the cold pressing allows us to do that and preserve that and drink it while, within 3 to 5 days of pressing it. And so that's what we do at Vibe Well. So let's just start there. That's what our machine does.
It grinds it first.
Yep. Grinds the fruit and vegetables. They literally are prepping it, all of it, ahead of time, getting it all ready, washing it. We do like a whole extra step in cleaning it to make sure, even though we're buying organic produce, we like to wash it an extra step to make sure we're getting off any residue or anything that could have come on it, on the exterior. And then we cut it, get it all ready. And then it goes through our machine, grinds it and presses it into the juice. And then we bottle it immediately and it goes into our fridge. And you guys know, if you've been a customer of ours, that we have the expiration date right on there. And, we only have 5 days to get it to you. So it's a challenge.
It's a challenge. And it's also, it's a challenge from a business perspective, which is why, we're doing this. Our purpose and our intentions behind it are so pure, because it's not an easy thing to continuously try and get the exact amount of inventory for that 5 day. There's oftentimes when we have too much and we have to give them away to our friends and family. This doesn't happen too often, thankfully. But there's times when we also run out, and because someone came in by 10 juices and we didn't know that, we didn't account for that. So it's also definitely a guessing game.
The other brands, some other brands out there are switching to HPP. And that's why we wanted to have this conversation too, because there is a distinct difference in what you're getting.
We believe that wholeheartedly. It's something that is a belief of ours, that from a nutrition standpoint and from a healing standpoint.
Right. Exactly. So the HPP process basically allows them to pressurize the juice, and it allows them to have a 35 to 40 day shelf life. I think it is. Yeah. Yep. 35 to 40 day shelf life. There's not, the thing about cold pressed juice too, is there's not like a ton of like science and data that you can go grab, a lot of studies, but we have resources within the cold pressed juicing community that we rely on heavily. The creators of our machine are a huge resource to us, and
Good Nature.
Yeah, Good Nature. And they, we use a lot of their resources, and he they've done a lot of research on the HPP, or they've actually, you know, printed and written blogs about it. And they've got a great podcast that we listen to get information to stay up to date on what's going on in our industry. And the bottom line is there's a lot of juice bars that are going this direction because it allows them to wholesale. It allows them to create, like, we cannot wholesale our juice.
People don't realize that.
Yeah.
People, I mean, we get asked this all the time by even local gyms and fitness or yoga studios and whomever.
Yeah.
Dentist offices, like they want to be able to carry our juice, and we would love to be able to do that. But our hands are tied with the red tape. You cannot. You have to have your juice has to be pasteurized in order to wholesale it.
Yep. So this is a way that a lot of juice bars are selling their cold pressed juice. Wholesale is by HPPing it. And we know of quite a few that have switched over to this, and some are, you know, having it done somewhere else and shipping it to all their juice bars. And they've got, you know, the 35 to 40 day window. Our belief system is that we are getting the most nutritional value from a cold pressed juice that's not pressurized or pasteurized in any way. And that us drinking it within 3 to 5 days is the most beneficial to our body, to our healing. And we stand by that wholeheartedly.
Oh, and produce has a life cycle with their enzymes, vitamins, minerals. They're not meant to last that long. So we want the life of it to be at its peak when we're drinking it to get the benefits that we're looking to get out of them. Mm-hmm. And, you know, there's something to be said with, you know, the pasteurization process and bacteria, but you have to be so careful handling cold pressed juice that's not pasteurized or HPP'd. It has to maintain 41 degrees or lower, and it goes right into the refrigerator after we're done making it. So yes, that is, I would say, one of the benefits, if you can even really call it a benefit, because I just feel like it's, you know, it really enables you to be able to have a longer shelf life or to be able to wholesale it in that way. But
and it's
not something that's worth it to us, I guess.
Yeah, it's not. And, you know, I feel like when you go into the juicing industry, obviously we carry other products too at VibeWell. We have, you know, our oatmeal and our acai bowls are a huge seller for us. And that's we've created our own recipe that's phenomenal. And so it stands out in the industry. But our juicing, you know, you don't go into being a cold pressed juicing mom and pop type shop to just be like, to
mass produce it,
or to get rich.
Yeah,
that's just not the case.
Nope.
And so we understand where other people are coming from and their why behind what they want to do in order to expand and grow. But for us, obviously we would love to be able to, you know, to grow and expand in different ways as well. However, we are not willing to compromise on the cold pressed juice end of things, because we know what we're providing in the sense of what it's doing for our community and keeping everybody healthy and keeping ourselves healthy and having access to that. It's such a passion and we feel so strongly about it, mm-hmm. that it's just not one thing we're willing to compromise on.
Yeah. So. And I think that, like you said, it's not the biggest part of our business, but it is I would say the most beneficial piece to our business from a mm-hmm. health aspect.
Agreed.
So yes. I think nutritionally, smoothies are obviously fantastic too, but the juice what happens is that you're drinking it without the fiber. So you don't have to digest it, all of that. And it's going right into your bloodstream. So you're getting those vitamins, those minerals, those live enzymes all right into your body and absorbing them in a healthy way. So there's a time and a place for a smoothie, and there's a time and a place for a juice, different circumstances. So, but with that said, that is why we're so passionate about it. And that is our why behind what we do. And why we create it for you, and why it's important for us to share what we love and what works for us personally, and what we've seen worked for our clients and for our VibeWell customers. So that's just the why behind it. And that's something that we're passionate about. And we get those questions all the time. We get all of these questions that we've talked about all the time. And so that's it. We just, you know, it's an important piece to us.
Yep, exactly. And as things change, obviously, we'll flow with that. But right now, we do the best we can with the resources we have available to create the juice that we feel is the most health benefits to your body. So, yeah. So if you're if you're out shopping and you see a juice that has a 35 to 40 day shelf life, you can now understand what that means and why when you come into Vibe Well and you see our 5-day shelf life, why that there is a difference there. And that's the difference.
Yep. And then you can choose from there.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's freedom, people. That's freedom.
Oh, all right. So actually, we will link a really fantastic article in the show notes because it's they do such a great job at Good Nature of explaining this in their blog.
Yeah, they're such a great resource in general. So if you aren't following them, make sure you are.
We love you guys at Good Nature. So anyway, we'll share the link to that. And if you are one of those people that like to dive into more data, and you can find it all there. So thanks for listening. Go grab yourself a juice.
Talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks again, friends, for joining us today on our latest podcast episode. We love sharing this with you. So please share the love if you feel called to all your friends and family.
And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. You don't want to miss out on what we're going to talk about next. It's always so juicy.
And of course, you can find us on social, Instagram, Vibe Well Lifestyle, and Vibe Well on Facebook. Love y'all.
And if you're in town, make sure you stop by and see us at Vibe Well too.
Yeah, we would love to see your cute face.
See you soon.
Bye.